5 seconds, it's a joke. A joke.
You have to leave a space. All the time you have to leave a space. GB2, engine. GB2. Ah!
A spark in the dark where your dreams collide. They'll tell you to stop, say the road's too long, but your heart keeps beating to a rebel song. Take a step, don't look below. Every scar's a story, only you will know. The weight of the world can't break your stride. You're carving your name where the stars reside. When the shadows call, when the nights grow cold, you'll find the strength in the tales untold. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. The ground may shake, but your roots run deep. Every fall you take is a promise you keep. The doubters will fade, their voices will break, 'cause your soul's on fire and it's yours to take. Run through the rain, chase the endless fight. Every dream you claim lights a spark in the night. The horizon's calling, it's yours to claim. A warrior's heart with a fearless flame. When the shadows call, when the nights grow cold, you'll find the strength in the tales untold. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. Stand tall when the thunder roars, break the locks, kick down the doors. Every step is a battle won, your story's just begun. Oh, let it soar, forevermore, forevermore. You can rise to the sky, touch the edge of the flame, write your heart in the light, let the world know your name. No chains can hold you, no storms too wide. You're a legend in the making when you rise to the sky. So keep on climbing, don't ever slow. The stars are waiting where the brave ones go. You'll rise to the sky. Yeah, you'll rise to the sky. A legend in the making till the end of time.
NFR, it's time to go. Feel the speed, let it flow. Racing hearts, watch them glow. Turn it up, start the show. NFR, feel the heat. Fast and fierce, never beat. Engines roar, can't stay off seats. Catch the thrill, it's so sweet. NFR, NFR, drama high, stars afar. Round the track like a shooting star. Feel the rush, NFR. Lap by lap, watch them spin. Victory
with dreams so great. 2 races in, he hit the wall. Max Verstappen wrecked him, y'all. He thought he'd shine, but oh sweet son, Max chewed him up like a 2-day run. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. Daddy Rick tried with his big old grin, but Max spun him out, said I always win. Gasly and Albon, they took their turn, crashed and burned, oh how they yearned. Perez hung on till his tires were flat, now Williams gone, imagine that. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. Red Bull Barn's a lonely place. If you ain't Max, you're out of the race. Liam packed his boots, said I'm done I reckon. Max just smirked, next victim's beckoning. The pit crew sang, he's too dang fast. Every teammate's a thing of the past. Now Lawson's back with the junior squad, singing why'd I think I'd beat that god. Max's shadow looms so tall and wide. Another teammate's pride just died. From Daniel Pierre out of Checo too. Liam learned what we all knew. 2 races and a teardrop, that's all he got. 5 faster than a jackrabbit shot. Max destroyed another teammate. It's plain to see from Ricciardo to Lawson, he's a one-man spree. So here's to Liam with a beer and a side. 2 races down and a wide-eyed try. Max keeps winning that Dutch tornado. Red Bull's second seat, a big oh no.
Magic kid with a dream, karting in the rain, built a winning machine. McLaren's golden boy 2008 crown, took on Alonso, never backed down. Mercedes called, he answered with flair. 6 more titles, records everywhere, from Monaco streets to Silverstone's roar. Lewis the king kept asking for more. 7 world champs tied with the greats, fashion on point, he's owning mistakes. A night on the grid, Sir Lewis would shine. To go to the track, victory was his line. Oh Lewis, you soared, you won the fight. Race through the storm, a beacon of light. Every lap, every win, you carved your name. The world bowed down to Sir Lewis's fame. Then came Ferrari, red dreams in his sight. Left Mercedes behind, chasing Scarlet Delight. Maranello cheered, he's our savior, our man. But Spa's wet track had a different plan. I'm useless, he cried, last Saturday's scene. P18 in quality versus the champion Sheen. Ferrari's upgrades, more like a curse. Charles outpaces him, oh that's gotta hurt. Where's red suit, red car, but the podium's far. Lewis, what happened to your superstar? Monza's falling, but the Tifosi side. Mate, you're struggling and wondering why. Oh Lewis, what's this? You're losing the plot. Ferrari's red rocket ain't hitting the spot. I'm useless, you said with a shake of your head. Sir Lewis, so mate, is your legacy dead? Oh, slipping away. Oh, Ferrari's gone astray. He's still got the style, the braids and the drip, but the SF25's giving him the slip. Charles takes the lead, he's the Tifosi's pick. Lewis, you spinning, mate, it's getting thick. Hungary's walls, he knows tough fight. Your radio's moaning, this car ain't right. Zach Brown's laughing, McLaren's on top. Lewis, your Ferrari dream's starting to flop. Oh Lewis, what's this? You're losing the plot. Ferrari's red rocket ain't hitting the spot. I'm useless, you said, with the shake of your head. Sir Lewis, so mate, is your legacy dead? Oh, slipping away. Oh, Ferrari's gone astray. You're still a legend, Lewis, don't you frown. 7 crowns high, you'll never come down. But Ferrari's red curse, it's a comical scene. Pick up the pace, mate, reignite the dream. Oh, slipping away. Oh, Lewis will rise someday.
Young Charles Leclerc from Monaco's bright shore, carded at 8, dreaming of something more. GP3 F2, he tore up every track. By 18, Sauber called, and he ain't looking back. He out and ran old Ericsson, made that Alpha sing. Ferrari saw a star, gave him red in the spring. But in 19, his boots slipped, crashed in Baku's tight bend, and his championship dreams, they're riding with the wind. Oh, Charles Lord Percival, where'd your trophy go? Pole-sitting cowboy, but your luck's running low. From Monaco's glamour to a title-less trail, your dreams done got lost in Ferrari's epic fail. Bahrain 19, you grabbed pole, nearly won the prize, but your engine sputtered, left tears in your eyes. Spine Monza, you shone, took the checkered flag, but Azerbaijan's walls, you hit them like a stag. Monaco 21, you claimed pole but broke down. Didn't start, left the Tifosi with a frown. And Abu Dhabi 22, you fumbled the crown's chase. Spun in France, and Ferrari through the race. Oh, Charles Lord Percival, where'd your trophy go? Pole-sitting cowboy, but your luck's running low. From Monaco's glamour to a title-less trail, your dreams done got lost in Ferrari's epic fail. 24 was your year, won Monaco at last. Monza and Austin too, you were riding fast. But 25's a tumbleweed, Ferrari's lost its spark. Sixth in the standings, you're racing in the dark. China, DQ, your car was light as hay. Miami, you spun out, aquaplaned away. Spain, you nabbed third, but McLaren's far ahead. Fans holla, Fred, fix this while you're crying in bed. Oh, Charles Lord Percival, where'd your trophy go? Pole-sitting cowboy, but your luck's running low. From Monaco's glamour to a title-less trail, your dreams done got lost in Ferrari's epic fail. 26 pole, son, but strategy's a curse. Silverstone 22, they left you in reverse. Monaco 24, wrong tires made the crowd wail. Your title's like a ghost, riding some lonesome trail. Did it roll down a canyon in a Tennessee stream, or get pawned in Vegas for a slot machine dream? Is it hiding in a haystack in a Texas barn, or lost in Monaco's harbor, tangled up in yarn? Maybe it's in Nashville, strumming on your guitar, or crashed in a ditch with your busted up car. Could it be in the Ozarks with moonshine and a mule, or just another hope that Ferrari made a fool? Oh, Charles Lord Percival, where'd your trophy go? Pole-sitting cowboy, but your luck's running low. From Monaco's glamour to a title-less trail, your dreams done got lost in Ferrari's epic fail. Here's to Charles Leclerc, with 8 wins to his name, 46 podiums, but no title to claim. With Hamilton in red, your star's starting to fade. Lord Percival's trophy, just a country serenade.
Under neon lights and engine screams, she's the guardian of our speed-filled dreams. With skull and flight and alien on the chase, she's the calm in the storm, our guiding grace. Andre by her side, loyal and strong, their love's been racing all along. But it's the brotherhood she holds so near, with every lap she makes it clear. Oh, Death Queen, heart of the grid, with every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, Death Queen in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. Trophies shine, but not like her pride, watching Skull and Andre glide. She's there in silence, she's there in roar, in every circuit, every lore. From midnight spins to dawn's first light, she's always there holding us tight. No crash too deep, no curve too wide, with her in spirit, we rise, we ride. Oh, Death Queen, heart of the grid, with every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, Death Queen in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. She ain't just a fan, she's legacy born, through every F1 storm we wore. Holding the line, fierce and unseen, forever our monarch, our Death Queen. Whoa, Death Queen, heart of the grid, with every cheer she lifts the lid on fears, on doubt she tears through night. Her voice, our fuel, our fearless light. From cockpit to coach she stands supreme, a true believer in the brotherhood dream. Oh, Death Queen in shadows and gleam, you are the queen of our sim racing team. Yeah, oh, Death Queen, you are the queen of our sim racing team.
Bajo luces de neón y gritos de motores, ella es la guardiana, sueños de velocidad. Con Skull y vuelo alienígena en la casa, es la calma en la tormenta, nuestra guía sin igual. André a su lado, leal y fuerte, su amor ha corrido desde siempre. Pero la hermandad guarda en su pecho, con cada risa su amor es derecho. Oh, Death Queen, corazón del clan, con cada lágrima levanta los miedos, arrasa el plan. Su voz suave, tu luz sin fin, alfombrosa por reina en el confín. Oh, Death Queen, sombras en júbilo, eres la reina de nuestro equipo de simulación. Será tímida, pero no es orgullo. Mira su Skull y anda en el del tumulto. Mira en silencio, ruge en la pista, en cada circuito, en cada conquista. Giros de medianoche al alba primera, ella está ahí sosteniendo la bandera. Ningún choque profundo, ninguna curva ancla, con su espíritu subimos la cima. Oh, Death Queen, corazón del clan, con cada lágrima levanta los miedos, arrasa el plan. Su voz suave, tu luz sin fin, alfombrosa por reina en el confín. Oh, Death Queen, sombras en júbilo, eres la reina de nuestro equipo de simulación. Solo una fan, nacida de un legado, en tormentas de F1 su calor nos ha guiado. Feroz e invisible, manteniendo la línea, por siempre monarca, nuestra Death Queen divina. Oh, Death Queen, corazón del clan, con cada lágrima levanta los miedos, arrasa el plan. Su voz suave, tu luz sin fin, alfombrosa por reina en el confín. Oh, Death Queen, sombras en júbilo, eres la reina de nuestro equipo de simulación. Sí, oh, Death Queen, eres la reina de nuestro equipo de simulación.
let me spin you a tale about a race car driver, George Russell by name. He's quick on the track, but don't get too excited, 'cause when it comes to greatness, well, he's not quite knighted. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story, that's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. He's got the helmet, he's got the car, but when it comes to win, he's not quite up to par. He's got the look like Woody with a cowboy hat, but when he's in the pit, you'll see him shed a tear stack. Now don't get me wrong, he's got some skill, but when you're talking about the best, he's not in that mill. He'll race you hard, give you quite the fright, but in the end, he's more known for his tears at night. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story, that's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. So here's to George, with his heart on his sleeve. In the world of Formula One, he's got a lot to achieve. He might not be the champ, but he sure is fun. So let's give a cheer for George, our Woody on the run. He's good, but not that great. Oh George, he's got the speed, but not the fate. Oh George, he looks like Woody from Toy Story, that's no lie. And when the race goes wrong, oh how that boy can cry. So here's to George, with his heart on his sleeve. In the world of Formula One, he's got a lot to achieve. He might not be the champ, but he sure is fun. So let's give a cheer for George, our Woody on the run.
Daniil came roaring, a Russian with a spark. Toro Rosso's fire lit up the track in the dark. Promised Red Bull's big seat, he flew in 2015. But Sochi's crash sent him down, Max stole the dream. Back to Toro he went with a we'll call you lie. Twice they cut him loose, left him high and dry. Helmet's cold handshake, Christian sideways grin. Daniil kept fighting, but the deck was stacked to win. Red Bull's wings, they lift you up, then crash you to the ground. Promise seats and glory, but then lies keep spinning around. From Daniel to Pierre, Alex and more, they fell. Red Bull's driver graveyard, where dreams go to dwell. Pierre was the next kid with a smile bright as day. Toro Rosso star Bahrain's foreshowed the way. Red Bull called him up, said son you're the one. But Max's shadow crushed him, 12 races he was done. Sent back to Toro, told he'd get another shot, but the phone stayed silent, left Pierre in a nod. Jamie and Sebastian, they felt that same old sting. Promised Toro saddle, but Red Bull clipped their wings.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to NFR on a Sunday night. Of course, it's time for SKR, and we're here for another round of Season 12. Of course, tonight, round 10, just 2 to go after this. And tonight, we're at a familiar venue, but it's been flipped on its head. We're, of course, at the iconic Silverstone circuit in reverse. Also for tonight, for the viewers at home, we have a little something special, a surprise. We have a guest commentator here tonight. Who is he? Let's see if you guys can guess before I finish his intro. He is a SAFRL champion. He's a back-to-back SKR champion. He's been racing F1 games since 2011 and started league racing almost a decade ago in 2016. He is a HRA esports race winner and recently became a PSGL driver in Tier 11, one of the world's finest leagues. Everybody, I introduce to you someone you know very well. This is Wheeze.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing tonight?
Good evening to Wheeze, of course, making his debut on NFR, I think, as a co-commentator. You've been here a few times, but in the interview room after the race.
Yes, in the cool-down room. Feels pretty weird to be in the spectator menu, but I'm looking forward to it.
It's a low turnout here tonight so far, just the 13 drivers. Of course, a few might still squeeze in before the race, as we've seen in the past. Be a good opportunity for all the drivers to get points. One benefit of having a smaller field, since we have Wheeze here tonight. Wheeze, what are we looking at for a potential pole position?
That's an interesting question. So I've actually never raced reverse around here. But I'm assuming Malumi will obviously be up there. He's pretty quick. I'm hoping to see Skull up there as well. Maybe Spikes as well. His pace has been, yeah, I don't know, something else. I don't know where he's pulled it out, but yeah.
Of course, no lap times on your screen just yet. All the drivers still going around on, well, some of them are out laps, some of them are on quick laps, but all of these are going to be feeling their way around the circuit, at least for those opening laps. Even the quickest of drivers, they're not going to be as well polished on this layout. I mean, I've got Wheeze here in the commentary box. He's one of the quicker drivers I know, and he's not even familiar with this layout, which shows you how much some of these guys practice the reverse circuits. And that's why I say it's a bit of an equalizer. It's a bit of a neutralizer. And it's a sort of evening where you might just get a very interesting result if somebody's been putting in their laps.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just about putting in the practice, like you said, but yeah, I'm pretty interested to see how this is gonna go. Because Spikes has been keeping Malumi on his toes recently. It's been fun to watch, but yeah.
First lap times are starting to come in now. Virus, the quickest driver over the line so far. Spikes P2, then Andre P3. Pascal P4, good start for the Aston Martins. Smurf in P5, Osh Cartoon P6, Top Gun P7, and Sensorfault. More lap times coming in. Pantry Star now goes to the top, to second place rather. Almost P1, look at those times, 26.4, 26.4, separated by 100th of a second, front row. And this is on a layout nobody's that familiar with.
Yeah, I'm liking these times so far. I mean, the one thing I have heard from this track is that it's gonna absolutely eat your tires. So it will be interesting to see how everyone gets on with it, what the strategies will be, because I have no idea.
Because it's not as simple as I know Silverstone. I'm doing it in reverse. Left-handers don't just become right-handers. It's not just as easy as that. Uphills become downhills. Corners that were designed to go a specific way, now going the opposite way. Sometimes, no matter what you do with that setup, there's always going to be a patch or two on the circuit. The car's just not meant to be driven that way. One of my favorite reverse circuit is Austria. Amazing in reverse, brilliant circuit in reverse.
Yes.
With the exception of the hairpin. The hairpin in reverse is a little... You can see it was not designed to be driven that way.
Yeah, I mean, from what I can see on this track, if you think turn 1 on the right layout is tight, just imagine what the start is going to be. Because that last corner onto the straight is something else.
Silverstone, I sort of know it as first sector, second sector, rather quick, third sector, a little twisty. And of course this time that gets reversed. Going to be the first sector that's a little twisty. And with all those cars on the grid, slightly unfamiliar with where to put that car into turn 1, could lead to havoc.
I think could is a optimistic word. I think it probably will, to be honest.
If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, these guys are super clean, so we'll see.
If I'm not mistaken, the last time we had a reverse circuit on this channel, safety car was triggered at the end of turn 1.
That is true.
Let's not do that again.
I mean, it had a bit of spice, don't you think?
Well, if you're going to have a safety car, it should come at the end.
Yeah, I mean, but if you have it early, you could extend, and then all the strategy starts playing out at the end, like the last laps.
An early safety car, everything goes out of the window, everything, all the strategy you thought up on that starting grid, all of that could go out the window if you get an early safety car. This turns out to be a race of many, many penalties. The late safety car could be the end of you.
That is true.
We're currently riding with Andre pulling his usual stunt. If you've been in the comms box often enough, you'll start to pick up the habits of certain drivers. Andre likes to go out on his first run with a lot of fuel in the car. Does 3 or 4 laps on one set of tires. As you know, it's not optimal. The car is heavier, the tires aren't at their peak. When he comes out for those second and third runs, it's almost certain that he will go quicker.
I didn't know that, actually. That's pretty smart, to be honest. I mean, if you can drive a heavy car quick, all you do is you take the fuel out, and yeah, to him it probably feels like he's driving on air.
Car's only going to feel better from there.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is pretty interesting. I never did that.
You strip all the fuel out, you've got the optimal setup, you've got the perfect tires, you go out on track, you think this will be brilliant and the car feels terrible, well then you've got problems. But if you go out with a heavy car and it doesn't feel great, well it's only going to get better from there when you take the fuel out.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, when I was still racing in India, I never ever did a qualifying practice, like maybe 20 minutes before the race. So you get so used to a heavy car, when you go into qualifying, yeah, you're either turning in too early or too late. You're not going on the throttle as early as you can, because you're expecting it to give out when it doesn't. But yeah, that's actually pretty interesting that he does it with the fuel. I didn't know that.
Because obviously that first lap you do, or that first lap or two that you do, the tires are going to be in their best shape, but you're carrying way too much fuel. And by the time the car does lighten, well, you don't have perfect tires anymore. So when he does come out with that second and third run, the car should be a lot more optimal than it is now. We're looking at a driver that I've said many times on this channel needs to change his name. That is not the name of any racing driver, unless you're Lance Stroll. Should stop making fun of Lance Stroll. He's actually doing pretty well this year. But Captain Slow, you need to change that name. Make it something a little bit more optimistic for a race circuit.
I mean, it's quite suiting since he's in the Ferrari, but yeah.
There's always time to make fun of Ferrari.
Yeah, of course. You have to.
There's just so much content there. You just got to pick it up and go with it. Ferrari makes its own content.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as you run out of jokes, just wait till the next race weekend. You'll have plenty more.
My seat is wet. It is the water. I can tell you one thing, I wouldn't have been as calm as Charles Leclerc in that moment. Probably would have got a whole lot of FIA fines.
That radio bleeping would be working overtime.
Yeah, it would be a mess. I thought would have to basically get off my car, otherwise all they would hear is the... I mean, like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they'd hear me screaming, "It's broken, it's broken."
Anti-stall.
And that was followed by an expletive.
Yeah.
A long and loud expletive. I think I'd need 2 beeps for that one. We're looking at Pantry Star. He's the driver currently second in the field with a 26.2. Jonas, the driver ahead of him, with a 26.1. So just a tenth of a second, covering the front row with 5.5 minutes to go. Spikes the car in P3. And then Virus very, very close. Just behind him, 0.04 of a second for that second row. Skulk P5, Smurf P6. And Andre's still out there with the same set of tires.
I think Andre's gonna get pole. I'm calling it now.
We'll have a look what Andre still has in the tank. That's a 27.2. So currently just about a second off of pole position. But we know there's lots to come from that car in the form of tires and fuel load. And when put together, he might just have that in his pocket.
Could be, yeah. I mean, he is running the Crane paint job, so it might be the car might be a little heavier, but I'll give him that.
Levy in P9, Captain Slow P10. Of course, just the 13 drivers starting the race. Just the 3 there outside the top 10. 3 drivers that are going to be unlucky today and not be in the points. You want to be one of the 10. And will you look at that? Everybody's in the pits. Levy, he's on the pit exit. Cooper, he's on an outlap. Everybody else in the pits preparing for that final run. Everybody needs to manage their own time in qualifying and make sure you're not going to run into anyone on that final run. Of course, it's up to drivers to get out of the way of faster cars. It's also the responsibility of those faster cars that they don't put themselves in a situation that probably isn't going to end well.
Yeah, dirty on a qualifying lap is not fun, I'll tell you that much. That is the one time you'll hear my radio bleep.
Very, very difficult in qualifying. It's not as easy as going out there and setting your fastest lap like you've done 1,000 times in time trial. In time trial, you don't need to be concerned about going around the next corner and finding a car on the other side of it. Tires are perfect, your fuel load is perfect, and you're sharing the circuit with absolutely nobody. In qualifying, doesn't always go that smoothly.
No, for sure, but I think it's a lot to do with like just trusting yourself. And once you cross that start line to start the lap, just try and remember everything that you've taught yourself and go for it.
Thing I like about these reverse circuits is the qualifying sort of resembles a qualifying in the wet. It's not necessarily the track that's getting better, it's the drivers that are getting braver. They're starting to know the layout a little bit more, starting to lean on those tires a little bit more. In the beginning of the session, you're always a bit skittish. Don't want to retire on that first run. Find yourself at the rear of the field. As the session goes on, get more and more familiar with this alien reverse circuit. And you get more and more confident in finding a few extra tenths.
Jeez, that new first corner's rapid. Wow.
We know we're at Silverstone because you look at the background and things look familiar, but the moment you go on board, this doesn't look like Silverstone anymore. Of course, this was the venue for the first ever Formula One championship race in 1950. And that first ever calendar, along with the likes of Monza and Spa. And of course, Weezer's favorite, Monte Carlo.
Of course. Oh, a little bit of a slide there from Virus. He held that pretty well though, to be fair. I'll give him that.
Virus, the driver Weez is speaking about, you're riding with him now. Currently in P4, 26.4.
Oh no, he's gonna get dirty, yeah. Oh.
This is the
I mean,
race.
that car ahead looks far ahead, but it's not, trust me. You'll start feeling it already. Does it improve? Wee. That's close.
Skull, you and me, we're going to have a chat, Skull. I'm going to get you in this commentary box soon as well, because I see you're in the comments section, but you're not on the timing sheets. So you've got some explaining to do.
No, I thought he was in. No. Where are you, Skull?
You were maybe looking at Smurf.
Come on.
Skull is in the comments section saying Weez is commentating is on fire, and I'm like, hold on. Why are you over there?
I think his water was leaking.
Qualifying has come to an end for most of the field. Some
no,
of the drivers,
Andre, no.
finishing up their laps. And you can hear from Weez, it's not on your screens. Now it's on your screens, but it's a little bit too late for that. You heard the groans. Sounds like Andre made a mistake. And there again, Andre, just the back of the car, stepping out, giving it everything on the final run. And there we go, he's called it quits. Everyone is grayed out, taken the checkered flag, or is in the pits. That is the end of qualifying.
I think he was 6-7 tenths up there. That would have been maybe, what would that be? Top 5? Oh, he's got pace. He's going to work his way through the field for sure.
Skull is complaining about a leg injury. Well, Stroll drove a car with a broken hand. get in that car.
exactly. What's your
And-
excuse,
And,
Skull?
and that's Stroll.
Huh? Exactly.
There are your official results. Jonas takes pole position. Pantry Star will be in P2 on the front row with him. Then you got Spikes P3, Virus P4, Skulk P5, Smurf P6, Levy 7, Sensifault 8, Andre 9, and Captain Slow will make up the top 10. Bit of work to do outside the top 10. Ashka 2 and 11, Top Gun 12, and Cooper will make up your field.
Interesting to see what Spikes does, yeah? Not the strongest qualifying, but yeah, as you know already from the last few races, his pace has picked up dramatically.
Of course, now this will be probably the weirdest part of the stream for Wheeze. He's usually sitting on the grid, frantically choosing his setup, choosing his strategy, his tires. Instead, he's looking down an empty pit lane, waiting for things to get going.
I can tell you now, guys are probably double checking setups, getting something to drink, praying that no one takes them out. They've got the whole strategy in their head, what they need to do. And yeah, we wait for a safety car and then that'll ruin all of it.
Said it on this channel many times before. Qualifying, you can think of qualifying as fun and games, really. You can get pole position, your race can be destroyed by turn 1. You can qualify right at the back and find yourself in front by virtue of an oddly timed safety car. So qualifying does not mean you've already won the race or you've already lost the race. The race can throw so much at you. Just need to make sure you're pushing from beginning to end so you can take those advantages if they present themselves.
I'm really interested to see what's going to happen in this first corner because it's a lot tighter than the original layout.
A brief look at your calendar. Next week we head off to Zandvoort. That is going to be a sprint round. So of course no qualifying. Ooh. Just the one-shot quali straight into the sprint. One-shot quali straight into the feature race. And then a week later we finish off season 12 at Monza.
Best track on the calendar.
There we go. We get the dual green lights. Drivers are going to get one last opportunity to get a look at this layout. First time they'll be feeling the effects of the much heavier fuel. And I don't imagine most of them will be on softs. Everything will be feeling a little different. Do bring up the tyre information for the viewers there at home, and you can see a majority of the field going for the medium compound. Just 2 drivers going for the hard compound, and nobody braving it out on the soft. Obviously a tyre, not much promise for tyre life.
No, I think what are the oh, that's right, I need to turn on my tire details here. Okay, let's see. The virus wants to go long, it looks like. It's a pretty good strategy, but you just need the pace. And we got Cooper all the way at the back on hard, okay. It's not too bad.
Top 3 there, Jonas, Pantry Star and Spike will be on the medium. And then I've got Cooper at the back on the hards. He'll be trying to put later and come through the field. But I think the interesting one there is Virus. P4, set of hards, completely out of tune with everyone around him. And if he's able to keep up with those medium runners, this race might just come to him.
This is gonna be. I can see how you struggle with the starting camera every round, huh? This is horrible.
Does improve in a moment. When the red lights come on, it tends to fix itself.
Did Cooper spin out? Oi, we've got a spin on the formation.
Go,
That
Mercedes
means-
just joining. You can see there on the mini map. So something going wrong. You're going to make a mistake. Do it on the
electrical failure
formation lap.
Exactly.
Wait for the red lights. 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. And when they go out, you know the drill. We're underway. Red Bull versus Ferrari into turn 1. Something you've heard many times before, but it's a different turn 1. As everybody got through, seems to be the case. Look at the track map. There is a yellow in... Oh, will you look at that? First glitch of the game. Yellow in Sector 3. That's not Sector 3. That's Sector 1. Game forgetting it's in reverse. Of course, the driver currently P3 in the championship. Isn't going to get any points tonight because, well, he's sitting with me.
Yes, I am relaxing tonight.
There is your driver championship on your screens. Big T leads the way with 163 points. Of course, he's not here tonight. Neither is Wheeze. That's the driver in P3 and the co-commentator for tonight. So tonight's all about Jonas, currently P2 in the championship, 154 points. And I think if he goes on to take this victory tonight, could very well take the lead in that championship. As far as the constructors go, Red Bull lead the way, 230 points from Sauber in P2, 187. And Aston Martin, the only other team in the triple digits, on 105.
Looks like Pantry Star is running a lot less downforce than Malumi. That's interesting.
Different approaches to a race circuit they won't be that familiar with, or something that was only introduced in the latest iteration of the game. These reverse circuits, 3 of them. I do wish it was all of them. I still look forward to that reverse Spa-Francorchamps.
Yeah, that would be lovely. Reverse Monaco? I mean, it's still Monaco, but...
It would be interesting going down the hill at Casino.
That would be. Yeah, but then it's their turn 1. You're either going to go straight into a wall or...
It would be quite a terrifying final corner.
Exactly. Full speed towards the walls. Crazy.
I was watching the MotoGP earlier and I spotted an Alpine sign. Confused, I went to go look it up. And the Alpine we know from F1, well, they have a 50% ownership stake in the Yamaha team. Who knew?
Well, you know, huh?
Iris makes up a position. Goes up into P4.
Seems like Malumi's checked out. As he does.
Lumi now
Spikes
2
up.
seconds. Well out of DRS. Someone that's not out of DRS. The Aston Martin. Attacking Pantry Star in the early stages of the race. Ooh, and that's wide. Over the grass. Cool down the tyres a little bit. Gonna have to take it easy for the next couple of corners. Get everything back up to temperature. Lower down the field, we have Andre all over the back of an Aston Martin. Skulk versus Andre. As I say that, Andre just falls a little back. Big lockup. The McLaren driver giving it everything in the early stages. We ask Wheeze now, Wheeze, what do you expect? It's so difficult with these reverse circuits because we just haven't seen enough races here. What do you expect from a first pit stop? When can we expect that?
A medium should last around maybe 10 laps. The way these guys are pushing, maybe 9. It could be a 2-stop. I mean, it shouldn't be a 2-stop. I always try and go for 1-stops myself. You just lose too much time in the pits.
10 on the medium, 16 on the hard.
Yeah,
Maybe,
it could be, yeah.
Maybe stretch the medium another lap or 2 and make that hard run just a little shorter.
Exactly, just back off a bit and... Okay, I thought so. They did change the DRS zones on this reverse. Because this straight on the normal layout would be no DRS.
It's actually really well done. They didn't just take the circuit and reverse it. I mean, then we'd be seeing the back of all the advertising boards. They've actually reversed the circuit properly. I initially thought it was just going to be the circuit backwards, but it's not. They have turned everything around and they have tried to make it as drivable as possible.
Right. Okay, because I know in Austria they reversed the zones are the same. So that's pretty cool.
A circuit that's had many layouts. Since the upgrade, there's only been one. MotoGP also race here now. It's the race at Donington and Brands Hatch. Also made Silverstone their home. Go on, Weez.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I'm just looking at how everyone's driving. This is so new to me, but I don't want to give away too much in case anyone's listening on the stream. But the way Pentry's using his battery is pretty smart. Using it pretty well with the wing levels he's running. It looks like really clever.
I do mention if a battery is low or if a battery is high. I just don't give away the specific percentages.
Right, okay.
Because if somebody's listening, well, I might just be giving somebody an unfair advantage because they listen to the stream and their opponent does. But I will say, if the battery's low or if the battery's high, don't give away those exact percentages. Welcome to Boinkies. Welcome to Blade. Quite a few of you in the comment section. I saw Anita here earlier. I saw Skull. Death Queen as well. Death Queen's number 2 there in the top fans. Who's number 1? Where is Visor?
Pantry Star went a bit deep. I think Spikes will take him on the straight. It seems like Spikes is running a really high wing, but we shall see. Who's out of battery? Nah, he can't get past.
Very strange there. I wonder if the Ferrari's just really low on the downforce. Like it's not making it stick just yet. And of course, these drivers aren't going to have that same confidence on the overtakes because, well, this track is alien.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, it's reverse, but I think overtaking is kind of the same. Like, just wait for the slow sectors and put a nose in, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Pentry is getting crazy exits.
Pantry Star 3.5 seconds adrift from the leader, Jonas, doing his own thing out front. Look at this, Pantry Star, Spikes and Virus. This was your top 3, you'd have quite a race
he's
on.
going for a 2-stop.
Ferrari into the pits, 5-lap old mediums. didn't see that coming. I think the field around him didn't see that coming. Everyone else stays out.
Is he going for hard? What is he going for? Is it hard? It is hard. Okay. Those aren't going to go to the end. There's no ways. I mean, if he makes it to the end, I'll stand up and clap. But
He's put on a set of hard tires. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong. Sorry about that. I'm looking at the wrong name. So yeah, he's put on a set of hard tires. Will that take him to the end? It's going to be 20 laps. That's quite a stretch.
yeah, 20 laps around corners like this, high speed. It's no bueno.
Of course, I think the perfect scenario for him is just push on those hard tires, take them as far as you can, and hope for a safety car. That'll be the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Just had the one yellow flag a little bit earlier. Everything else has been clean since then. No penalties to report. No stoppages in the race to report. And somehow we're in the UK and no weather to report. Another driver into the pits. This time it's one of the two Aston Martins. I think it's Spikes. Spikes comes into the pits and hands Virus P2. We have a Red Bull 1-2. When was the last time an F1 commentator said that?
Sadly, too long ago, eh?
Actually, I have a stat on that. I can just find it. Because they saved it. It was quite a scary stat. I don't think I'm going to find it now. But Max Verstappen is responsible for something like Red Bull's last 23 podiums.
Sheesh. Talk about carrying a team, huh?
I think the last time somebody else won a race for Red Bull, that was... Is that 2012? Sergio Perez? Azerbaijan? I think, maybe. And as the story goes, when Perez did get that final Red Bull victory, Max spoke to absolutely nobody on the way home. And when he did get home, he went into a room with his father and said, "That guy will never beat me again." And well, Perez never won another race. And neither did any of Max's future teammates. I think the last Red Bull driver that really gave him a go was Danny Rick.
Yeah, man. Red Bull Ricardo was something to watch.
You have 2 penalties now up on your screen. I said there were no penalties to report. There are now 2. Cooper up in P3. Remember, he started from the rear of the field. That happens when you don't make any pit stops early on. He's 13 seconds behind the pair of Red Bulls. And those Red Bulls separated by 3.3 seconds. But on very different strategies.
And Malumi's front right looks horrible. Oy.
8 laps on the medium. We initially predicted 10 laps on the medium, going on to do 16 laps onto the hard, but everyone has got rid of that initial set of medium tires. Only the leader. And as I say, only the leader remains out on the mediums. He comes into the pits, gives Virus the lead of the race. Fortunately for the Red Bulls, 2 very different strategies. So no worry about double stacking. Who's going to pit first? Virus continues on his hard tyre strategy. It'll take him a little deeper into this race.
Yeah, definitely doing a one stop for sure. Where does it go, spikes? Okay. They're all still pretty close.
Iris still out front, 13 seconds. Cooper now the man in P2. Those are the only two drivers in the field yet to make a pit stop. Everyone else in the field has visited the pits. Lap 10 of 26. The race going by awfully quickly. We're approaching halfway distance.
Spikes like catches just, and then they get to a corner and Bantry is gone.
Spikes has found himself behind that Ferrari. Well, these two have found themselves racing each other for majority of the race, smashing each other lap after lap. The consistency looks like. A few Grand Prix ago, I think it was in Belgium if I'm not mistaken, Max Verstappen was chasing Charles Leclerc and they took a sample of 27 consecutive laps between those two drivers, and the biggest gap in their lap times was a 10th and a half in 27 laps.
Yeah. Better to be consistent than to be fast, I'll tell you that.
On the pit exit, it's Virus versus Smurf, and Smurf crucially just gets out ahead of the Red Bull. Virus would have preferred to have an open circuit ahead of him, but before he can have that open circuit ahead of him, he has to make one overtake. Doesn't want to waste any time behind this Alpine. It's just moments. One lap earlier, he would have cleared that Alpine quite easily. In fact, 2 seconds earlier, I think he would have cleared that Alpine. Now they go side by side, and the Red Bull's going to come out on top. Surely he's got the inside.
Oh, nice.
And Iris up into P5. Look what a difference the pit window made. The gap between Jonas and Virus was 3.7 seconds. It's now 7.7 seconds.
Yeah. Louis gonna have a bit of a problem, yeah. He needs to get on with it.
Of course, when you do come in ahead of the rest of the field, you make a very early pit stop. The strategy is always the same. Come out on a new set of tires and go faster than everybody else. And when they do pit, you find yourself in front. But if you come out onto a circuit with a lot of traffic, well, that plan goes out the window. And Jonas is having a difficult time. He's not just passing one car. He's trying to pass a car that's in a battle of his own.
That was close. Spikes almost lost it there. Into the back of Star.
It's a little bit easier when you're attacking and the driver ahead is defending, as should be the case. But in this case, Jonas is attacking a driver that himself is attacking. So you're never quite sure of the braking points. You're never sure what the driver ahead is doing. He's not always looking in his mirrors. Could be thinking of an overtake of his own. And I think Jonas has been behind these cars a little longer than he would have liked. A 5.8 kilometer circuit this.
Wow.
I think the last time we raced...
Straights was so long. Sorry about that. These straights are just so long, but there's just not enough space to get past.
It's just one of those it's one of those situations where you got DRS on the circuit. DRS just doesn't appear to be that useful. In some circuits
Could
it's
get him, yeah.
very overpowered. On others,
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
And this time, side by
Whoa,
side,
nice.
and the Red Bull does get it around the outside. Very nicely done, but he's still got a few more markers to go. Max will be a little annoyed with that. Not only has he lost a position, now fallen back. Was attacking that Ferrari not so long ago.
Probably gonna want to clear that Merc quick.
Ferrari versus Mercedes. Something you would have been very familiar with from 2016.
Oh, Malumi almost hit him. Oh my days.
Remember, Cooper qualified at the rear of the field, and he's on the same set of tyres he started the race on. So judging by that qualifying time, not the quickest driver on the circuit. Judging by the life of those tyres, not the best tyres on circuit. In fact, they're the worst tyres on circuit. And all of these drivers behind him, they're supposed to be having their best laps right now. And it looks like Jonas has cleared the Mercedes. And the Ferrari is going to clear the Mercedes.
Oh, spikes.
Spikes looking to capitalize on that lost momentum from the Mercedes. That's what can happen sometimes. One driver goes past, you get the next corner wrong, momentum goes out the window. And instead of losing just that one position, you lose a handful. Spikes now also through on the Mercedes. It's Jonas, Pantry Star, and Spikes, your top three. And look at that top three. They're really close together now, because Jonas was held up. You're looking at the chrome McLaren of Andre. Giving it everything, 6-lap old hard tyres, trying to catch Virus up the road. That gap 3.2 seconds. Death Queen just saying, remember to like and subscribe on the video. Of course, it's your first visit to the channel. Remember to subscribe. If you're enjoying the content, remember to leave a like. Going to try and do more of this, try and get Wheeze in here more often, and maybe I can convince some of you in the commentary, well, in the comms section, to come into the commentary box. Mosh Cartoon has come into the pits, Sensor Fault has come into the pits, Captain Slow's on his way into the pits. Busy pit lane. Also, a month ago, we hit 8,000 subscribers. And yesterday, we hit 1,100 subscribers. So, thank you to everyone who watches the channel, whether you watch it live, whether you watch it after the fact. We do this because of you. Jonas still out front, 1.8 seconds. Now starting to extend that gap to the Ferrari. Pantry Star in P2. He has not been able to shake off his opponent. Spikes all over the back of that Ferrari. 0.5 of a second or half a second, whichever you prefer. 10-second penalty going the way of Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, if you see his front tires going into that pit, trying to get it stopped, I'm not surprised.
Of course, previous iterations of the game, that would have been a 5-second penalty. Been upgraded to a 10-second penalty, and in some cases, or in most cases, it's a race breaker.
And again, Spikes has caught up to the Ferrari. Seems to be the the story of the session, huh?
Through the field, we just got the actually three DRS battles on circuit. But Spikes attacking Pantry Star 4P2, but Andre attacking Virus 4P4. And you've got the battle you're looking at right now between Skulk and Smurf. The two S's, we're missing another one, we're missing Skull. E6 and 7, Alpine versus Aston Martin. Aston Martin will be losing their Mercedes engine at the end of the year. They're going to Honda. And Alpine is going to be picking up that Mercedes engine. Ooh, and that's harsh, that's harsh. The Aston Martin in the back of the Alpine on the pit entry. I think he might just get away with that. Didn't see any carbon fiber flying. That could have landed up a lot worse. On the pit entry, a collision between two cars.
No, pantry pitting again. Okay. Now we see if Spikes responds. I wonder.
You have a caution in Sector 3. There we go, it has disappeared from our screens. Of course, remember, if you're in spectator mode, Wheeze, this will be a first for you. I think everyone at home will already know the drill. If we do have a safety car on your screen in spectator mode, it will not say so. It'll say caution, sector whatever. The only way you know is to look at the track map. If the track map is fully lit up in yellow, it's probably a safety car. It's not going to say safety car on your screen. It's just going to say caution. That's why I freeze every time I see caution, and there it pops up again. Caution sector 3.
I retired in the pit lane. Retired in the pit. Spike's going in now. Oh, he's going to cut it close.
Spikes coming into the pits means that Andre has now been promoted into P2.
Pantry Star could get him on the exit. Or not. Oh, this is going to be close. I forgot how long this pit lane was.
Ventustar is out in P3. Oh, you're looking at Spikes. There we go. We were looking at the wrong car. Spikes coming out in P4. And the battle with Pantry Star still very much on. Nothing can separate those cars. Not even a pit window. 0.3 of a second between Pantry Star and Spikes. And Andre pretty comfortable up the road. If he can take those tyres home, that's an 18-second gap. Surely he could just stay out and hold on to track position. Even if those tyres aren't in great shape. Can you really lose 18 seconds?
I mean, yeah. Once those tires go, they go. It's horrible.
They tend to just fall off the cliff.
Yeah. And you lose like about 2.5 seconds a lap. It can be pretty big.
Not a gradual thing that happens. Start to feel a slip here, a slip there, and then a lap later, it's over.
Yeah. Okay, what's let me see, if I was Spikes right now, I would, I don't know if he's listening, I would probably try and conserve as much battery as I can until the end, because clearly he can stay with Pantry Star. Just wait, save your tires, and push maybe like 2 to 3 laps before the end. But right now he's just wasting battery trying to catch up every time.
Pantry Star, on the other hand, needs to manage that battery effectively. Need to have something to defend with in those closing laps. When the driver behind is going to be at his bravest, you're going to get a lunge. Probably going to get it into turn 1 at the start of the race, or you're going to get it on the final lap. all by himself in this race. Andre, 13 seconds, almost 14 seconds away from the leader and 15 seconds away from the next car. He's come into the pits. Andre comes into the pits from P2. He had a 15-second lead. I think he's going to come out around P4 after this. Would be a good result if he could bring it home. Virus leaves the session, but he has not retired. That means that car will be ghosting and falling down the field until he can regain control, if he regains control.
Oh, Spikes is pretty close, yeah. Oh, that dirty air is horrible.
Opens up DRS again for another attempt. Just can't get close enough, can he?
No, he can't. I mean, he's right there. He's so close.
I think you really need to be right on the rear diffuser of that car, on the exit of the corner, and all the battery to play with. I think that's the only way you can make it happen. DRS alone doesn't appear to be.
Ooh. Oh, he thought about it.
Thought about it, and then just at the end, ducked in behind the Ferrari. Maybe just looked up in the top left, saw there is 6 laps to go. Want to do anything too silly. If you've been attacking too hard, are you going to have the battery to then defend? This is the only other DRS battle on circuit. Sensor fault going up against Skulk. Skulk getting really, really close. Will he make a move? No, he doesn't. Stays behind the Williams for now. This is a battle for P9. Shows you we don't show you all of the cars. We don't show you all of the midfield. We tend to get stuck on one battle. But there are battles up and down the field, and whether they're for the lead or whether they're for P10, they're just as fierce. The man who's P2 in the championship, with P1 being absent and P3 in the comms box, Jonas could very well take the lead of this championship tonight. Jonas 26 seconds out in front at this point. He could make a cheeky pit stop, throw on a set of softs and go for the fastest lap. That's what you can do when you have that sort of pace advantage on the rest of the field.
Come on, man. Come on.
Spike still pushing on behind the Ferrari. Can be so frustrating for the driver ahead, for the driver behind. You have to defend lap after lap after lap. The pressure starts to mount. You feel it if you're the driver behind. Well, it's not so much the pressure, but the frustration. Straight off the straight, you say this will be it. And then you just can't get close enough. Go, Weez.
Yeah. I'm noticing now, like before he gets onto that long left-hander, to that straight, he's pushing a lot of battery, and that's just it's keeping him in the dirty air, which is yeah, you just can't get close enough at the end of that straight. Now, me personally, I'd exit slower, build a little bit of a gap. You can take the corner a lot quicker with the dirty air, and you'll end up closing that gap. He sticks a little too close.
Just looking at the rear wing of the Ferrari lap after lap. I'll tell you, he does have some battery reserves. Very similar battery levels, in fact, between the Ferrari and the Aston Martin. very, very similar battery levels, within 10% of each other. Nothing in it
So
between those two.
Right here, don't use your battery. See, he's using it on the exit. I wouldn't do that. Just let him build the gap out front to get... Oh, he got a nice exit there though.
Very nice exit. This
Surely.
might be the time. Opens up DRS, and will this be the time? Surely not.
It's just not enough.
Just not close enough. It's sort of like that DRS zone in Monte Carlo. Just doesn't work.
Yeah. I wonder what the pace difference is around here per lap you'll need to pass.
Bikes continues to push on. And that's the view he's been looking at for most of the race. The blue IBM logo on the back of the Ferrari. There's nothing he can do. All he can do is push, 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 and hope he pushes that Ferrari into a mistake. Captain Slow did come into the pits and get a new set of soft tyres. That's why you saw him just light up the track in purple. New fastest lap going to the man at the rear of the field, Captain Slow. Sounds a bit ironic that, Captain Slow getting the fastest lap.
Yeah, he just washes out in the middle of that corner. There's nothing you can do.
Stall with Pantry Star and Spikes. Had a look up and down the field. There is another DRS battle there between Cooper, Virus and Smurf. A pretty close battle. 3 different compounds involved. A medium, a soft and a hard. I think Cooper would be pretty happy with this result considering where he had to start this race. Andre, another driver, would be happy with this result. Currently in P4. I'm sure he wishes he had just that one extra position in him, but no penalties up the road. And almost 14 seconds away from a podium spot. Speaking of those podium spots, those two, they're still at it. The slightest little squirm coming from the Ferrari. Spikes can make up a little bit of ground. It's all about getting as close as you can in the corners and then getting that better exit. Need to utilize better exit, DRS and battery all at the same time. It's the only way you're going to get past here. You also better hope the car ahead of you doesn't have much battery left. Those battery levels are actually identical still. On the low side, but identical.
Crazy. I think he's gonna wait for this second straight on the next lap. He's been trying to line him up there for a bit now.
Leaving things very, very late is Spikes, and I don't think it's out of choice. I think he's tried to make this overtake a few times. Never really found himself in the right position. He did briefly go wheel to wheel with the Ferrari. Looked like he might go up the inside and then backed out of it. Would be the better choice. Man at the front is pretty clear. 15 seconds out front. He's actually just dropped a bit of time. Having a bit of a victory lap. No time for a victory lap for these two. Still pushing. just off the podium. Andre remains in P4.
Oh, here it comes. Oh no, we got into the grass.
Around the final
That was the last
corner,
chance.
as close can be, but it's not going to be close enough, is it? How much more time does he have? He's running out of tarmac, he's running out of corners. He certainly has run out of battery. As frustrating as it may be to finish behind the Ferrari, you can still know he couldn't do much better than that. It's not over yet. And now it is. Over the line they go, 0.2 of a second cover the two drivers, and that is after 26 laps of racing. Fantastic job by Pantry Star and Spikes in P2 and 3. And now Andre does a little celebratory weave over the line. Oh, wow, I couldn't say that word without tripping over it. Celebratory. Celebratory. There we go, celebratory. I have no idea why I say words like that on the stream. These are not words I use in everyday life. They just come out on the stream. Celebratory. I don't think I've ever used that before. That's what happens when you listen to David Croft and Ted Kravitz a little bit too much. Start saying silly things. As you can see, everybody has taken the checkered flag. I think we're just waiting for Captain Slow to come over the line. And he has come over the line. And now we just wait for those final results. Of course, first we're going to get a little breakdown of driver of the day, fastest lap, all of that. And then we go to the official results. So driver of the day will go to Cooper. Most overtakes go to Cooper. Cleanest driver goes to Harsh Cartoon. Fastest lap to Captain Slow. And of course your race winner is Jonas. So Jonas took the victory quite comfortably, 13.1 seconds, picks up the 25 points. Pantry Star did a fantastic job to hold on to P2. It wasn't an easy one. Spikes P3 did everything he could, just couldn't find his way past the Ferrari. And the top three finish where they started, 1, 2, and 3. Got Andre in P4, he started P9. Virus P5, started P4. Harsh Cartoon P6, Skulk P7, Smurf P8, Sensorfault P9. And then making up the points, Cooper, who gave the top runners a bit of a headache earlier on. No points on the night for Captain Slow and Top Gun. And just the one DNF. That was in the pits. That was Lebby.
That was pretty fun racing.
That was pretty fun. A lot of gaps in the field, but we did have a few crucial battles. Of course, that battle for P2 wouldn't go away. Those cars were together before the pit window. They found their way to each other again after the pit window, and they raced throughout 26 laps of racing, and 0.2 of a second was the gap. Very impressive run. Of course, we're going to just take this opportunity to have a quick look at the calendar. I can't show you the points because they haven't been updated yet. There is your calendar, round 10. That's today. That's what we just did. Silverstone in reverse. Of course, next week we go to Zandvoort. We were there last week. We did it in reverse last week. Next week we're going to do it the right way round. But we're going to have a sprint race. So no short quali, just the one lap quali, straight into the sprint race, 1 lap quali again, straight into the feature race, and then a week after that we finish off season 12 in Monza. Of course, Today we had something a little different. We had Wheeze in the comms box with us as a co-commentator. Of course, I think we will be seeing more of Wheeze when he is available. Of course, SKR on a Sunday, SAFRL on a Tuesday. When he's available, he just needs to let me know, and the door is always open. Wheeze, anything you'd like to say to the people watching?
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah, thanks for watching. Also a little announcement for the last round in Monza, I believe, is SKR, right, on Sunday?
Yes.
Yes, I will be coaching someone. You've probably seen them in the comments. And she will be doing her first race there.
Very nice. Keep that. Keep it a secret for now.
Keep it a secret for now.
I want to thank everybody who's joined us. I have made the thumbnail, and now I can't remember the race. Wait, what thumbnail did I make earlier? Ah, yes. We'll be back on Tuesday for Zandvoort again, the Netherlands, this time for SAFRL. That'll be their round 10, both seasons coming to an end. Of course, there will be something like a 1 or 2 week break in between, and then we're going to get going again for season 13. I want to thank everybody who joined us here on the YouTube channel, everybody who watched, everyone who left a like, and everybody who contributed by leaving a comment in the comment section. Thank you to everybody. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope to see everybody back on Tuesday night. And until then, I'll leave you with a little bit of music. Wheeze, you can say your goodbyes.
Yeah, I'll see you next time when I'm available, whenever that is. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
There we go. That is the end of Wheeze. It was good to have him in the comms box. Was a little bit different. I'm used to being by myself in the comms box, so I think I was speaking a little bit too much tonight. But I think the more Wheeze does the co-commentary, the more he can simply push me out the way. I want to thank everyone who joined. I think he was just it was his first time in the comms box, so he didn't want to impose himself a little bit too much, but I think the more time he spends in the comms box, it will be a little bit more 50-50, and I won't be thinking I'm talking too much the whole time. So thank you to everybody at home. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of music to finish things off, and until Tuesday, cheers.
Brendan waited 9 years for a shot to shine, but Torch chewed him up, spit him out by design. Liam got 2 races, thought he'd earned his place. Red Bull said, back to Bulls, you're losing this race. Carlos got a loan out, never saw Red Bull again. Now he's winning elsewhere, leaving helmet in pain. They dangle that seat like a carrot on a string, but when you reach for glory, you're left with nothing but sting. Red Bull's wings, they lift you up, then crash you to the ground. Promise seats and glory, but them lies keep spinning around. From Daniel Tier, Alex and more, they fell. Red Bull's driver graveyard, where dreams go to dwell. So here's to the drivers who fought through the pain. Daniel, Pierre, and Alex rising up again. Red Bull's got its titles, but these boys paid the cost. In the dust of melting keys, their dreams ain't fully lost.
Is that real sweat?
It's real sweat. I'm a high performance athlete. Athletes sweat. Sweat, baby. Sweat, sweat.
You've got a fire burning deep inside, a spark in the dark where your dreams collide. They'll tell you to stop, say the road's too long, but your heart keeps beating to a rebel song. Take a step, don't look below. Every scar's a story, only you will know. The weight of the world can't break your stride. You're carving your name where the stars reside.